Horns up, metalheads. Welcome to Radioactive Metal, The Interviews. In this episode, we feature Snowy's talk with Dixie Dave Collins of the band Weedeater. Now, Weedeater is a band that I found out is really just a few hours north of me as their home base, and I had no idea until one day I'm listening to an episode of Radioactive Metal, because not only am I a host, but I'm a fan, and I was a fan first. And Snowy drops a track off the Goliathan record, and I literally stopped in the middle of my walk, went to iTunes, bought the album, because it was that great. Absolutely love these guys. I love the interview with Dixie Dave, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So grab a beer, sit back, kick back, and enjoy Snowy's talk with Weedeater's Dixie Dave Collins.
Okay, first and foremost, now you're out on the road supporting your latest record, Goliathan. I believe that's how it'd be pronounced, right?
Yes, it is pronounced Goliath.
Okay, good.
I guess we're supporting it. I mean, we don't have any copies of the vinyl right now because we're out of them, which kind of sucks, but we are playing some of the tracks off of it, but we're playing tracks off every record on this tour, so.
Right on. How has the response to the record been so far?
It's been good.
It's been a while. But...
It's been good, yeah. Yeah, people seem to dig on it, which I'm glad. It's been almost 2 years, I guess. Mm-hmm. And we're soon to get back in there and work on another record, but yeah, the response to it's been pretty damn good.
Right on. And I believe that was your debut with Season of Mist?
That's correct. They released all of our back catalog as well, but that's cool. Our debut with them.
Right on.
I mean, they re-released the back catalog.
Right. And when I first heard, I guess it was about 3 years ago that you guys were going to be signing on to them, I thought, really? Season of Mist? And we love them. We work with them. They're a great label. But when I think Seasons, I think brutal, extreme black metal.
Yeah.
And all that. How did you come about working with them? Did they call you? Did you call them?
From what I understand, Michael contacted our management. Yep. And I've known Gordon, who works, at their office in Philly for years, Mm-hmm. But yeah, they contacted us. I know it is a little bit odd for that label, but really, every label we've been on, we've been the odd man out. And same thing with Southern Lord.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely different.
So it doesn't bother us at all to be a little different than the rest of the roster.
Right on. Excellent. And with touring, and we're up here in Canada, welcome.
Uh-huh.
With a name like Weedeater. Okay. I have to sometimes think, how do they get across the Canadian border? Because I hear so many horror stories from so many bands. I had such a hard time getting into the country, Snowy. What the fuck, man? And, do you guys, what is it like for you guys just with that name?
They give us a little bit of hell, for sure. Mm-hmm. Which I expect, why wouldn't you? They've pulled out copies of High Times that we were in before, and the customs agents, right in front of us and stuff like that. They're not stupid. They get our manifests and all of our paperwork beforehand, and I'm sure they look into it,
Right.
But it is what it is, and I wouldn't trade the hassle that we get for all of the free weed that we get. No. So it's a double-edged sword a bit.
Okay. Well, with that said, I gotta ask, I've heard this band be called many things, and no, I understand no band likes to be labeled and put into that little box and all that, but I've heard the expression stoner metal the most, and I guess with a name like that, you're kind of begging for it. So are you cool with that expression?
That's fine with me. I like to say weed metal because I think we're the first ones that said it. It just makes it a little bit different. Or perhaps cave metal. Because we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's definitely cave metal.
Right.
But yeah, I'll take whatever people want to call it. They can call it asshole metal if they'll buy records and come out to the show.
Right on. And is that kind of reflective of your own musical tastes? Or what do you like to, what's in the stereo when you guys are on tour?
We listen to all kinds of stuff, but a lot of mellow stuff, classic outlaw country and old blues and just about anything.
Right.
Prog. I mean, we listen to anything. We don't listen to a lot of heavy stuff while we're driving around during the daytime, just trying to relax,
Right. I don't mean to be stereotypical, but does that just come from being from the South?
Probably so. I mean, it's definitely where we're from bears a lot to what we do, or into what we do. And some of the tracks on the records are acoustic type deals, and banjo and lap steel, organ and stuff. Mm-hmm. We just grew up on all kinds of stuff, but it probably is a reflection of where we're from a bit.
Right on, right on. And you're from the Carolinas.
That's correct.
North or South? Sorry.
North Carolina. I was born in South Carolina and raised in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I've lived in the Cape Fear area since I was 3 years old.
Ah, okay. Now, with that area of the world, though, like you have New York and LA, even Toronto, London. Like, these places scream metal. Mm-hmm. Carolina's not so much. What's the scene like there, like for this type of music?
There are a lot of good metal bands that come out of the Carolinas. It's akin to the New Orleans scene, very similar to that, and we're pretty much tied up with that too. All of our great friends, bands, half of them are from New Orleans, mm-hmm. a bunch from Atlanta and Savannah area, and where we live as well. So it's definitely a little bit different. It's more, I guess, Southern influenced metal than it is just straightforward metal or black metal or whatever. But it's a damn good scene there, and it's like a family. So we'll take it.
Right on. Excellent. And we're kind of looking at the clock here, but the day when this goes to air, it's going to be a little while down the line. That's just the way things work. But as we sit here, as we speak, it is April 4th.
April 20th.
April 20th, yes, sorry. It's 4/20, and when they announced this show, it's like, okay, I could not think of any other band that I'd rather have here at this time than Weedeater. I think that just works out amazing.
Yeah, it was lucky, and when we enjoyed the holiday as well, so we're glad to be here, and everyone should celebrate 420 every day. So whenever this airs, it doesn't matter. Pretend like it's 420.
It's 420 somewhere.
That's right.
Right on. And you've actually kind of have some experience in this area, like some of your past bands and all that include Bongzilla as well, as I recall. So this really isn't any new territory for you. No, it isn't. As far as where we are in Canada, it's not new to us. We've played here many times, and the 420 thing is definitely not new to us. Right on. And finally, how about just what's going on with the band in the next 365 days?
We're in the process of assembling riffs and such to record a new record, and we'll be out on the road, obviously, because we always are. And we'll stay very busy, and I hope everybody comes to check it out.
Right on. And just wrap it up on a side note. Do I have an accent? Do you hear a Canadian accent on me?
Maybe a little bit. Not as much as like an extreme. Right. I've heard some extreme Canadian accents. I imagine I've got a bit of a Southern accent.
Just a bit. just a bit, yeah. You will hear a lot of people say A tonight.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
It's better than A-.
Thank you for listening to Snowy's chat with Dixie Dave Collins of Weedeater. If you'd like to hear more about, what we do on the show, check out episode 456 because it features not only this interview with Dixie Dave Collins, but also you'll find out how Snowy got his hands on DRI's beer, and also a little bit more about our show showing up in public transit. So, until next time, in the meantime and the in-between time, horns up, we're out, have a great day.
Visit us at radioactivemetal.org or go to iTunes for past episodes and write a review. Listen to us live every Thursday night on purerockradio.net. You can also listen to us on Stitcher.com, TuneIn.com, Google Play, and all the other podcast aggregators. You can purchase the music featured in this episode by going to radioactivemetal.org and clicking on the episode link. Leave us a voicemail. We want to hear from you. call 321-80-HEAVY or 321-804-3289. We may even play it on the show. Email us at radmetal666@gmail.com with suggestions or for indie spotlight submissions. Follow us at facebook.com/radmetal, twitter.com/radmetal666, and instagram.com/radioactivemetal. This has been a presentation of Radioactive Metal. It's not metal unless it's radioactive metal.